I am so happy with how this looks for the Rangers. We have a pitcher, Jack Leiter, and he is a dude.
And while I do think his hitting is worse than Derek Jeter, it's not that far off.
You're not mentioning 2006. You can mention the other people, not 2006.
Oh, just because I bought the best soap doesn't mean your room's going to be clean. It just leaves it to where I don't believe that the Canadians had a shot.
I really don't like the Clippers just kind of sending it in when they're like...
Hi, this is Kelly Forbes with the Dallas Stars, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week. We are focusing primarily on the dunk contest. We've already reviewed the All-Star game, which I didn't watch the game live or any of the events live, but I did catch it on 2x speed. And Austin, I wish... Apparently, like YouTube Premium, you can do 3x speed. I wish I could have seen this dunk contest in 3x speed because it was still boring in 2x speed.
It was just boring. I mean, I watched all the dunks afterwards, just a repeat of what happened, and it was horrible to say the very, very, very least. Jackson Hayes should never be allowed to compete in any sort of competition at the All-Star Weekend ever again. That was a disappointment. Jace Richardson at least had the effort needed, but could not get the execution. Carter Bryant probably would have won it if not for what happened between him and Vince Carter and that whole ordeal at the very end. Then he couldn't get a dunk. Keisha Johnson, I thought, did well, but not amazing. I think he deserved to win it after what happened again at the end with Carter Bryant, but it's an event that I think needs to go.
Yeah, and I felt like Keisha Johnson had that vibe of like playing to the crowd and doing it, but in a great dunk competition, he's not the best guy doing it. It's just like he's a solid, I would say, role player in that dunk contest. Like everyone else is doing big time moves. And yeah, I do agree kind of after this, you kind of just have to get rid of it because it's just not working. Like, I don't think there are any. I think you have to bring the Stars don't want to do it for injury concerns, or I'm not really sure why exactly, but I do think just having random guys do it does not help with the appeal of it.
Yeah, one thing I will give the NBA credit for is that people were complaining that these were like G League guys. All these guys have played a solid amount this season, games-wise. Maybe not minutes. Keisha Johnson's only played 21 games this season, 7.6 minutes per game. But 21 games this season is a lot more than a lot of the dunk contest champions or contenders we've had previously. Like, he played last February 3rd, and the game before that he played on February 1st. So he played 12 minutes in that game against Chicago and scored 9 points. So it's not like he's not playing. Carter Bryant's also played a fair amount of games this year. He's played 43. So it's not like those guys weren't NBA guys, but they were fringe NBA guys and nobody knew who they were. Jace Richardson's also played 39 games this year. So all those guys have played at least 21 games, which is definitely more than like the Mac McClung or even Derek Jones Jr. the first year he won it. But it's just, people are saying like, oh, all the possible dunks have been done. No. If you go on YouTube right now and look up some of the dunkers that are professional dunkers, no, those dunks have never been done in an NBA slam dunk contest. But Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, Derek Jones Jr. to set the bar so high that it's just hard for somebody to repeat that. The Obi Toppin also had a couple good dunks. Mac McClung's had some good dunks in his competitions, but yeah, I just think the contest is doomed because the players who are the most athletic in the league just don't want to do it for the risk of either injury or embarrassing themselves. In the three-point contest, it's I don't really care, but not everybody is like too worried if you miss a couple threes here and there, even if you have a bad score or an okay score. But in the dunk contest, people I think are worried about embarrassing themselves. And I think by trying not to embarrass himself, Jackson Hayes embarrassed himself even more because it didn't even look like he even wanted to kind of try.
Yeah, it just looked like they're simple, and I think you can always be creative and do something. I think that's kind of what you saw with Aaron Gordon I remember even Victor Oladipo when he did it. He brought people out. Wore I want to say the Black Panther mask, which was cool when Chadwick Boseman was there. But I do think there's creativity, and I think there's a lack of creativity with it. They were just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to dunk and do the easiest part. So I think that's the fun part of the dunk contest is the athleticism guys can display as well as the creativity of it. And I think maybe you mentioned dunk experts. Maybe you just bring them in and you get rid of the NBA player altogether.
Yeah,
if
just
you
have
want
the
to keep
dunk professionals. I agree. Just have the guys who know how to dunk basically only be that instead of where it's players who are fringe NBA guys and aren't really trying all that desperately hard.
And I think you can. I didn't like the panel because there was a very. I think Jackson Hayes dunk still got like 45. I think
They don't want to give a low score. The
Yeah.
scoring is bad. Like, give a low score if it is bad.
So I think if you want to connect it to the All-Star, you can have the All-Stars do it. Like, get rid of the old panel. Like, I don't like previous players because they're trying to be nice. Or even don't have a scoring of it at all. Like, just have them doing it, and maybe you have NBA players reacting to it.
Yeah.
Because it's bad.
It's unexplainably bad.
So
I don't know what they would replace it with, but they should replace it with something. Anything, really.
You can replace it, or you just get rid of the event, because I know they've been struggling. Like, it used to be like in the middle of the All-Star game, they would do it. You can't honestly just keep the 3-point competition. I really liked when they had Sabrina Ionescu versus Steph. I thought that was really fun from a 3-point competition. In addition to that, like, you could do something like that with the WNBA. I think they didn't do that this year because of kind of the WNBA lockout that's probably going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think that you can get rid of the dunk contest and you can have a 3-point competition or a skills competition against the WNBA. I think that'd be something fun.
Yeah, honestly, anything else. The only other All-Star game competition I think is worse in any sport is really like the Pro Bowl, but it still is just it's almost sad. Like, I almost get a sense of melancholy when watching it, the dunk contest.
Yeah, it was bad, and like I said, I watched it on 2x speed, for speed, and I was like, I just don't want to watch this.
Yep.
So it's sad. And I do think Adam Silver is a guy that likes to try new things. So maybe it could be trying new things. But we'll have to see, because I hope they do something different next year.
Anything to try to fix it. Because we'll talk about the All-Star game. I think the All-Star game was very good. And if you guys haven't seen that video, please check it out. But the dunk contest has to go.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.